I see some people are still finishing their food. I dummied mine real quick. Mine was delicious. If we could all have a big round of applause for thirst responders for dinner. We are going to move into the speeches portion. So our first speech comes from Mackenzie. Mackenzie's the maid of honor. Maid of honor number 2, the actual maid of honor. The first maid of honor couldn't stomach the thought of not being the star of somebody else's wedding. So Mikaila fired her. I think she made a much better choice in Mackenzie. So give a round of applause for Mackenzie.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good entrance, Stephen. Thank you. Wow. Don't know how I'm going to follow that up. Okay. So as Stephen said, I am Mikaila's maid of honor. I haven't had a chance to meet everyone yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. If you don't know, we were roommates in university, and I was new to Ottawa. I had never met her before that, and I was so shy. I was so nervous. Obviously, you know, Mikaila's not shy at all, so she made me feel very at home, and I felt very happy to have met her. And in second year, we moved into an apartment together on Chapel Street, and she started to tell me about this guy from high school that she had been hanging out with. Should I pause? Yeah, I'll pause. I'm not as tall as Steven, sorry. Yeah, you gotta move it back up for him. So we moved in together in second year. She told me about this guy she had been hanging out with all summer. She knew him from high school, from French class, as she mentioned. And she thought she should invite him to a party with us. So we all went out to this party. No idea what we did at the party, but on the way home, they held hands the whole time. It was very sweet. Yeah. And after that, they were dating. So I mean, it worked out pretty well for them, right? And over that time, you know, we lived together for 3 years, so I hung out with them a lot. I got to see them both mature, and Trent definitely, because, you know, he couldn't grow a beard when I first met him, right? So there's something there now, right? And I mean, we know Mikaila's always been very mature, right? She fills up your wine and she fills up your water, so you can get home okay. So I would give a piece of advice, but, you know, you guys have been together for 8 years, and I'm single, so, like, I think you guys should be giving out advice to everyone else, not me, right? So I just wanted to say congratulations to you both. Thank you so much for having me as your maid of honor, and let's raise a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Bowers. Cheers.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Next up is my cousin James. Fun fact, James's dad was the best man at my parents' wedding. So we've sort of come full circle. James and I aren't really that close. There's a bit of an age difference. And so I did a deep dive into James's Instagram account to see what I could find. It was exactly what I was expecting. Dead deer, 50 photos of his truck, keg stands, mullets, photos of Trent before he started losing his hair. So I'm very eager to hear what James has to say. So James, come on up.
All right, hey everyone. So I read somewhere that the best man's speech is supposed to be about as long as the groom is supposed to last in bed. So I'll keep it short. But let's be serious. I suspect Trent will probably be a puddle tonight, so I got some time. He'll probably pitch in a tent without any holes in it. I don't know if this is an honor for me to stand up here or an embarrassment for Trent. Really? I'm the guy you picked? I've known Trent for about 10 years now. From the first time we met and the first time in the hockey dressing room, he hasn't changed much. He's always had a smile on. He's a great guy. Everyone he meets, he's friendly with. He's not a bad bone in his body. The only things that have changed in the 10 years is, well, Mackenzie said he can grow a beard. He's still got the body like Gumby. But I know, I'm sure those IPAs and Coors Banquets will catch up with you, because they did for me. Mikaila, we first met in drama class in high school. I know, a big guy like me in drama, but it was an easy class. The only thing the best thing I remember was us in the elevator. going to class. I think we're going to class. I don't know where we're going or where we're coming from. But I remember telling you, hey, we're cousins. And she's probably like, who the fuck is this lunatic? So I know for a fact she went home and went to John and Julie and asked, like, who is this guy? And then when she finally found out, you might be onto something. After that day, we became friends, and we've been friends. I've been friends with these two for a very long time. You guys have been dating for 8 years now, and that day restarts now. It goes from when are Trent and Mikaila coming to are the Bowers going to be there? I am grateful to be part of you guys' amazing day. What a fantastic day. I know you guys will accomplish great things together. You guys make each other happy. We can all see it. Mikaila keeps Trent in line and focused at the task at hand. And, well, Trent, you do a great job opening those jars up in the kitchen. And you're not bad around the house. We all know you guys make each other laugh. I have no doubt in my mind you guys will be able to get through anything. And hell, for the fact you guys have been planning a wedding for 2 years, goes to show what these already have planned for the first lesson of marriage, Trent. You know those 3 magic words. Yes, sweet pea. So here's to the tallest couple I know. And here's to all the love that you guys will give each other in many years ahead. Well, that's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Trent, you're striving for a personal best. Mikaila, you're welcome.
Hello again. I hope that you're enjoying coffee, tea, cupcakes. What I forgot to mention, there's a basket of blankets. If anybody gets cold, take them, and we don't want them back, so take them home. I've been told. Maybe. So, we've got 3 more speeches. Next up are my parents, so John and Julie. I'm not sure what they're going to say. I have not read their speech. For whatever reason, they haven't asked me to proofread it, but I'm assuming they'll talk about how thankful they were for Trent coming into our lives. Mikaila's last boyfriend set the bar very low. He had no plans to go to school, no driver's license. So we were thrilled when Trent showed up and said that he had a job and a car. So next up are my mom and dad, John and Julie.
I'm here for moral support.
Yeah, exactly. She might have to take over, but Mackenzie and James are a hard act to follow. So,
You need your wine.
oh, sorry. What's that? Oh, I need wine. I can't get my glasses out if I've got wine. God. Where are they? You'll need these too at some point. No. Anyway. I wish I could ad lib as eloquently as James, but not going to happen, so. Yeah, so. Anyway, Julie and I would like to welcome you all here today at the union and marriage of Trent and Mikaila. And Mikaila, how the years have flown by, but I guess it's true what they say, time flies when you're having fun. Being your parents has been and continues to be an absolute joy. I remember the day that Mikaila was born like it was yesterday. The second Julie and I laid eyes on her, held in her arms, we were in love. There's nothing like the love that a parent can have for their child. You love them more than anything in this world, and you do anything to protect them. As their guardian, you do your very best to nurse them and give them a happy home in which to grow. Julie and I always hoped that we could teach our daughter to love others, to be kind, compassionate, and thoughtful, and we're beyond proud of the woman she has become today. While she was an amazing little girl, as a woman, she's a force of nature. And we're so happy that she was able to find love. When Mikaila was a young girl, she used to love playing school. I think she'll remember that. She was always the teacher, and her mother and I were always the students. Mikaila ran a very tight ship in her classroom. Julie could do no wrong, but as for myself, it was a different story. Any misbehavior immediately landed me in the teacher's corner. Therefore, I have no doubt that if Trent ever gets out of line, she'll have him in the teacher's corner before he knows what's hit him. So just remember, Trent, she's not a force you want to reckon with. My recommendation is to not poke the bear. I remember the first full family get-together we hosted at our home that Trent attended. He ended up in the emergency room. Yeah, he decided to eat something in a bowl for someone with gluten allergies without asking what was in it. And lo and behold, it had something peanut-related in the mixture. I think he thought we were out to kill him. Yeah, no, no. It apparently didn't scare him off as 8 years later, here we stand, Trent, and we're so happy you decided to come back and give us a second chance. So. Thank you. And so it makes us happy, beyond words, that our daughter was able to find a love like ours, one that makes you a better person, that makes you happy and fulfilled. Trent's truly an amazing person, and we could not have picked a better husband for our wonderful daughter. For as long as we both can remember, Julie and I always knew that Mikaila was destined for great things. She's a smart woman, talented, focused, and hardworking. Mikaila was always accomplishing amazing things, even as a young girl. And kids grow faster than you realize. From the moment they're born right up to they start walking, things do not slow down from there. They grow right up before your eyes. For a short while, Mikaila relied on Julie and I to carry her and hold her hand, and then one day we found out that she didn't need us as much as she used to. Sure, sometimes we feel a little sad about it, but at the end of the day, it's a wonderful thing to have an independent daughter or son that doesn't need your help every step of the way anymore. It's then that you know you raised them right. We've always wanted the best for Mikaila, from the best teachers in schools to friends that were a good influence on her, but she found Trent all on her own. You can call it fate or pure luck, but whatever the cause, we're glad that they found each other. Mikaila and Trent, as we look at the two of you in your beautiful dress and your handsome suit, we're reminded of our own wedding day when there was plenty of excitement, love, and of course some nervousness as well. Take it from someone who's been married for many years. Being in successful marriage requires falling in love many times and always with the same person. And today is only the beginning for Mikaila and Trent. With each passing day and every year that goes by, you will create many more memories together. To our lovely daughter and wonderful son-in-law, may you prosper together, grow old together, and make each other happy. Be true to each other always, share your joys and your burdens, love much and laugh much, and be each other's friend. Always speak well of one another, even in private. And when things don't go well, forgive as often as is required. Married life's an adventure, and you embark on today on that adventure together. Even though you're individuals, your covenant today makes you, as a couple, more important than either of you separately. And there's a famous quote that says, "There's only one happiness in life, to love and be loved." It's with great honor that Julie and I welcome you, Trent, to our family. So please join us today in wishing Mikaila and Trent every happiness possible. Mikaila and Trent every happiness possible, and to a long, healthy, happy, and joyful life together as husband and wife. To Mikaila and Trent.
I'm impressed. I wasn't sure that they were going to be able to make it through that. You can wind down now. That was the most stressful part of your day. Next up are Bill and Kelly, Trent's dad and stepmom. But I don't think any of them like that label, so, but I wasn't sure how else to describe it. My first memories of Mikaila talking about Bill involved some traumatic incident with a dog. But I think they've gotten over it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because I think it'll ruin their speech. So, Bill and Kelly.
I'm also here just for moral support.
The dog, yeah. I'd like to first of all say thank you to John and Julie for allowing us to do all this in your yard. This is great. It's nice to finally be here. It's been a long time. It's been 20 some odd months we've been planning this, or you guys been planning it, and we're finally here. Mikaila is not new to the family. She's been around 8 years now. So we've got to know her pretty well. She's a part of the family, for sure. This is just a formality almost at this point. But it wasn't always that way. Mikaila, I guess Trent was in first year of Carleton University, and he come home one day and he said, Dad, I think it's official. I got a girlfriend. I said, what? Really? I said, how do you know that? Well, because I told her that, you know, she wanted to be my boyfriend. She wanted me to be her boyfriend. And I'm his girlfriend. Or she's my girlfriend. I said, all right, whatever. You know, we'll see how it goes. Because up till that point, since Trent was 3 years old, he cared about three things in his life: playing hockey on the ice, playing hockey in video games, and watching hockey on TV. And a good spaghetti dinner. So when he came home and told me this, I was a little surprised, but we watched it, see how it worked. Mikaila come around for a little while there. Every couple weeks I'd see her, and it's small talk, how the weather is and everything. She didn't say much. She was pretty shy, and I didn't say a whole lot. I didn't want to scare her. So around that time, they were together probably 3 or 4 months, and I'd had a beagle by this time, about a year. Just got her. We had a lot of promise with this dog. She was out to the hunting camp. We had big plans for her. She was really good. She was half beagle, half walker. If anybody doesn't know, a walker breed, they don't stay around. You got to keep them on a leash all the time. So the rule with Bella was, don't let her off the leash. If you're going to take her in the car, make sure she's on the leash. When you open the door, she should be on the leash. Don't let her off the leash. That was the rule. We knew that. Around this time, I had to go out west to go to work for about 6 weeks. So I left Trent in charge of the ranch. I mean, he's in university. He should be able to run the ranch. So I said, make sure you keep Bella on the leash. Yeah, no problem, whatever. Away I went. I'm out there about a week, and I get a phone call. And Trent's on the other end of the phone. Oh, Bella's dead. She got hit by a car. She got off the leash. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. How did she get off the leash? What did I tell you before I left? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going at him pretty hard on the phone. And next thing I know, there's a voice on the phone, this female voice. Stop talking to Trent like that. Trent didn't do it. I did it. I let Bella off the leash. I opened the car door. It was my fault. Trent didn't have anything to do with it. And I'm like, who is this? Get off this phone right now and let me talk to Trent. Anyway, we got through that. And about 2 or 3 days later, I'm sitting there and thinking about the conversation on the phone. And I realized they'd only been together 3 or 4 months. That was a pretty traumatic incident, having the dog killed. They knew what the dog meant to us, right? And she jumped. I was going at Trent pretty hard there, and she jumped on that phone, and she got right in my face, so to speak. And she said she owned it. She owned it. She took responsibility for it. They'd only been together no time at all, but she wasn't going to throw Trent under the bus for that. And I realized, you know what? That's pretty good. She was like, 18 years old or something at the time? And she took that on, and she owned it, and I thought, wow, that's pretty good, you know? I was pretty impressed by that. I didn't say too much about it when we come back home. It was kind of a quiet subject. For actually a couple of years, it was a quiet subject. We can laugh about it now, but here we are 8 years later. There's been many, many examples I can give you since then where I can tell you the same thing about Mikaila. The way she carries herself, the way she treats Trent, the way they are together. They're perfect, you know. My whole family has a high expectation for them. We're excited about it. And shit. But anyway, they all these young kids today, they got this saying now. Kelly has his favorite show, Bachelor in Paradise or something like that.
It's his favorite show.
But they all talk. They all say they're trying to find their person. I believe that these two, Mikaila and Trent, have found their person in each other. They're perfect together. They're on the same page. I spent the last 20 months working from home and at their house doing a rec room. And I've watched Mikaila working from home, and she works from home. She's a solid person. She's, every day at 3 o'clock, the vacuum cleaner comes out. And, you know, she's a beautiful person. And Trent, I don't know who else. There is no other person for you. You guys are perfect together. You guys are like a celebrity couple out at Bishop Lake. Everybody wants to know.
It's true.
Everybody wants to know when Trent and Mikaila's come out so they can play washers. And everywhere they go, they make friends. Everybody loves them. And for good reason. They're good people. And you got good friends. Look at there's never been a finer group of people at a head table. Even you, James, I can't believe you're in the seat. Yeah, it's amazing. But anyway, you know what? We're happy to be here. Happy to see you guys at this point, and can't wait to see what you do in the future. And I'll just end by saying to John and Julie, Stephen, everybody in the Mikaila's family, anybody that's had anything to do with helping to get Mikaila to be the person she is today, job well done. Amazing person. Love you. Love you. Here's to you guys.
To Trent and Mikaila.
Thanks, Bill and Kelly, very much. Me again. If there's anybody else out there that prepared something that they would like to say up here, then just flag me down later on, let me know, and we'll make sure that happens, okay? This is our last sort of prearranged speech. It's our stars of the night, Mikaila and Trent. I'm running out of one-liners. So let me just say thank you for including me in your special day. Trent, I think your dad said it. You've been together for 8 years. So saying welcome to the family is kind of like, yeah, but I've already been there, you know? But I can't think of anybody better suited for my sister than Trent. Thank you for giving these people the privilege of listening to me speak all night long. Today might not have been what you'd originally envisioned for your wedding day, but I hope that it's every bit as fantastic and memorable as you dreamed of it being. So, good luck, don't faint, we're almost there.
Holy shit.
We should have went first.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. First off, thank you so much for all the kind words and well wishes today. I mean, a lot of comments about my hair and the beard, but you know, I'm a man now, so it's okay. We finally made it. Our COVID engagement has taught us that not everything works out the way you envisioned it or planned it, but it doesn't mean the result isn't beautiful. We have learned to take a step back and enjoy the moment, the two of us. We had the extra time to enjoy each other, our new home, and our engagement in general. We've been engaged for like 2 years now. So, but none of this would have been possible without our amazing family and friends. I mean, obviously everybody here. Without this sounding too much like an award ceremony, there's so many people we'd like to thank.
To start, our parents, all of you. Okay. You've bent over backwards to ensure we're happy and successful. We've always been so fortunate to have so many things that some kids can only dream of. Organized sports, first cars, vacations, our education, and so many other things. Recently, we've received so much help in making our new house a home. We have the biggest support system, and we wouldn't be where we are today without you. We honestly cannot thank you enough.
We'd also like to thank our amazing, the maid of honor, Mackenzie, I'm sorry. I mean, it's all blurring together. It's a long page. And our best man, James. Thank you so much for being such an important part of our day. You're our best friends, and you're here for a reason. So we're looking forward to spending so many more milestones with you guys. And not to mention, we had some pretty sweet bachelor and bachelorette parties. So thank you so much.
We'd also like to give a huge shout out to our entire bridal party. It's a big group, but we did have to include you all today. So we got cousins, siblings, best friends, and you've all played crucial roles at different parts of our lives. So we needed you here. And I couldn't picture today without you. Ladies, you all look amazing in purple, so thank you for wearing that. And tie.
And of course, gentlemen, you all look very dapper in those handsome suits or tuxes. We appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy lives, travel near and far. I mean, we got a guy from BC here, so we appreciate everything you've done for us.
I'd also like to take a moment to thank Stephen. You're over here. No, you're not there. You're right there. He played double duty as our MC and a groomsman. We couldn't have picked a better person to stand up here for us and crack the occasional joke at Trent and James and people who aren't even here. They don't matter. True. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to Taylor.
Let's go, Taylor!
Yes. You made sure everything was so smooth this morning, and I was actually quite relaxed, I think. So, thank you for putting out the little fires and being there for me.
We'd also like to thank all of our amazing vendors. I'm sure you've seen them buzzing around here tonight. So for anyone looking to plan an upcoming event, we highly recommend everybody here today. They've worked with us effortlessly through this COVID pandemic. It hasn't been easy. The constantly changing restrictions made us leery of sticking to our original plan. I mean, Stephen called this Brook Street, basically Brook Street, come on. And then next we'd like to give a shout out to Pedro as well. One of the second bald guys sitting at that table. Hooked us up with the rehearsal dinner last night. It was so good for all of you that were here. And he also, if you noticed on your tables, we have some fishing lures. Pedro really hooked us up with those.
We would also like to thank Uncle Daryl and Aunt Natalie. They lent us the tent in the backyard for the ceremony today, so that was absolutely perfect. And a huge thank you to Luke and Bethany from Loft Studio.
Yes.
You guys created some stunning engagement photos, so I'm so excited to see what comes from today.
Yes.
Speaking of those photos, I'd like to say thank you to Aunt Ron Lee and Uncle Tim for letting us go out to your farm this afternoon. They're going to be amazing.
Good.
Yep.
Our DJ Carlos, great guy Carlos. All the decor that you see around and the photo booth, Stephen already mentioned it. Get a photo taken, it's going to be great. They're all from Quality Entertainment, great people. I'm sure everyone's enjoying the tomahawk steaks. Never mind, we already ate those, sorry. And the pizzas to come later, those are for courtesy of Thirst Responders. So we work effortlessly with those guys. Hopefully there's everything on the menu that somebody enjoys. 1 second. Is that good?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
So lastly, I'd like to thank my mom and dad. Thank you for hosting today and all the prep work that went into it. It was absolutely amazing. This is better than Brook Street, honestly.
Yeah.
I believe everything happens for a reason, and we were meant to have this wedding here. And it is so special that I got to marry my best friend in my childhood home.
To finish off, if everyone could grab whatever they're drinking, water, whatever, beer, wine, whatever they're drinking. Today marks the day where our families officially become one. Thank you for all your love, support, generosity, kindness, and presence here today. It means the world to us and to my wife. You look absolutely stunning, as always. And you're stuck with me for life, so stay positive, test negative. Cheers, boys.
Hello, everyone. I'm Uncle Doug. If anyone doesn't know me, I think some people do. Yes. My daughter, my beautiful daughter, Emma B. Emma G now. God love her. She's beautiful. Look at her.
Thanks.
So I just want to say a couple words. Nothing like Bill. Bill is beautiful, but mine's a lot shorter. But I want to say, Trent, I've known you for the last 15 years. And to me, you're like my own son. We've done so much together, work projects, fishing trips, cruises. I've seen you grow through school. You're like my own son. And I love you. I think you're the most perfect person, most perfect man that any woman could want. You're charismatic, so funny, great smile. You really have a beautiful personality. You're a great soul. So I just want to say that I think you're perfect for Mikaila. And I've known Mikaila, I guess, for 8 years, because I've seen you come around in high school. I was hanging at Bill's. I saw you come over. I think you're a beautiful woman. You're beautiful outside, inside, big heart. I think the two of you matched great together. I'm just glad I'm part of your life, that I'm here. I've been here a long time. I hope to be here many more years. Can't wait to see your kids. Can't wait to babysit. I just want to keep being Uncle Doug. I'm just glad I'm in your life. So I love you guys. John and Julie, thank you for having me. John's missing, but yeah. I love you guys. Trent, you're a beautiful man, Trent. Yeah, like my own son, man. I love you. That's all I got to say.
I kind of just want to reiterate a bit what my dad said. I've been missing an older brother for a long time. You filled that role for me, Trent. I love you so much. That's pretty much what I wanted to say, that you mean the absolute world to me. And I'm so excited for both of you and for this next chapter together as a family. I could not ask for better godparents for my son. He's so lucky. And Mikaila, I love you too. That's it.